Happy birthday to you.
That's crazy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jorgo. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hooray! Hip, hooray! Hip, hooray!
Happy birthday, cheers, boys.
21 today, Jorgo.
21.
Thanks, my boy.
How good?
Thank you.
21. 30 kid.
What is it?
What is it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Hard to say. Thanks, boys.
No worries.
Thanks, boys.
That's a really hard question.
Yeah. Take it away. Cameras right.
Well, happy birthday, Jorgo. First
Thank
of
you very
all,
much.
how are you feeling ahead of Saturday's game?
Yeah, really good. We had a good travel day up here. It's been some nice weather, pretty hot up here, so a bit of a change up, but feeling really good. Had a good training day yesterday and today, so the boys are firing.
Tom Wright's injury obviously opens up the fullback jersey. Do you think you'd be up for the challenge if selected there?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've played my fair share of fullback at Clubland at Tars, but there's a lot of boys in this squad who can play fullback. You got your Kells who played pretty much the whole game as South Africa fullback. You got a lot of other players, Potts, players like that. So ultimately, it's up to the coaches and Joe. So we'll see what happens.
And Joseph Swiley is probably another option. How's he been at training following his concussion?
Yeah, he's back up and running now. I think did some return to contact stuff yesterday, but yeah, he's ready to go. So head's all good.
And Jeremy, what are you expecting from the Pumas pack?
Yeah, I think, if you just watch the last couple of games they played, quite physical around the field. They moved the ball really well. So, we're expecting it to be a physical game and, a fast game. They've got a great aerial game as well, so we're going to have to match that.
How do you think the heat could affect play? It's meant to be about 30 degrees on Saturday.
Yeah, I think, if it's going to be hot, it's going to be hot. I don't think it'll affect us too much. I think, we've been used to it. We've been training in it today and, we'll have it on Thursday as well. So, boys will just get out there and play footy.
How helpful is that for you guys, I suppose, being here in the week? You're going to acclimatise the conditions. You're obviously used to travelling all around the world, obviously, but being able to acclimatise and be, I guess, training so close to the ground as well that you'll play at. Yeah,
definitely. I think, getting a few sessions under the belt in the weather that it's probably likely to be on Saturday is always good. And, we're just focused on getting out there on Saturday and putting in a good performance.
Amazing. And obviously off the back of the past 2 games and that trip over to South Africa, what do you take away from that and want to, I guess, really build on into this game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think, we've been building nicely. We've still got, a fair few things to work on and we're working hard at that at training. So, it's about, getting better each week and progressing as much as we can. And, the boys are really excited to get out there and show those improvements that we've been doing at training.
Max, obviously 21 today. How does it feel to be one of the younger Wallabies in the squad and to have cemented a spot in the side?
I'm still learning a lot. I've got a lot to grow in my game still, and it's good to have all those older boys here, always teaching me and helping me out. So trying to focus on my own game at the moment and build some of my weaknesses up.
Yeah, you could have a lot more time in the gold jersey. Is the 15 where you want to see yourself in years to come?
It's hard to say. I grew up playing 15 and played 15 my first couple of years at Tars. So I love playing 15, but I've been loving playing on the wing as well. So I'm happy in either position. As long as I'm playing, and in the team and doing my part.
And what do your back three have to get right to nullify Argentina's aerial threat?
I think it's sort of doing what we're doing. We've been pretty good in the air against South Africa. We got some ball back off that. We know they're a threat. We've looked at them play against New Zealand and they won some ball back in the air. But it's ultimately doing what we're doing and it'll work out for us.
You're basically into second day at camp here in Townsville now. How have you found the town so far?
Yeah, it's lovely. Beautiful weather, so it's putting it on for us, which is nice. I've been up here before. Came up here 2 years ago when we played the Reds, so I got to see a bit of it then. But it's lovely to get out here and play some footy up here.
Thanks, guys. There's some time for some questions online if there's some interest.
Yep. Jorgo. Obviously, the injuries are a bit of a challenge with the backline with Tom out, but it does feel like that the backline particularly has a lot of form. There's a lot of options there. What exactly has been the big change over the last, since you guys have started playing? Has it been just confidence, belief, or is it also that skills have kind of taken up a big step? Has it been the coaching as well? What's been the big driver that's kind of really contributed to that?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of those things you're listing there, but I think a lot of it comes down to building our connection and combinations, really. It's been a very similar squad now for a year or so, sort of ever since Joe came in, and those connections are building very nicely, and we're building a lot of depth in our squad. So I know we've had a couple injuries, but we got boys who can step up into those positions and do the exact same as the other boys are doing. So we have a lot of confidence in this group and within each other, and we really want to get out there and work for each other.
Yeah. For Jeremy, what's it like I know, you and Frosty have been working together quite a while in the line-out. What's kind of some of the key things that have really worked to kind of get that line-out humming? And, with Will out, what's kind of some of the older options that, someone like Lucan, Josh Cannon can also bring to keep the line-out humming this weekend?
Yeah, I think that's the thing. We've been focusing quite a bit on our line-out the last couple of weeks, and really sticking to our process there and just what we want to get out of it. Obviously, Will was great when he was in the squad, and now we've got guys like Lucan and Canham and things like that stepping into the squad. So that gives us another jumping option at line-out time. So it's just about making the right call and following our process and getting the ball back.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Jeremy, hi, it's Mel from AAP. Just following on from that, with Will Skelton being out, like he was such a big physical presence with his aggression and just his size and that. So I guess a two-part question, like how do you sort of cover that? And what have you seen from Lucan? Obviously, he's really good through the Lions series. He didn't get a test match then, but has he been kind of ripping in at training? And do you think he's ready for a recall?
Yeah, definitely. I think anyone who gets selected will step in and do the job for the team. I think our competitiveness at training's been awesome. We're pushing each other to get better, and that's what you want in a team, to push each other at training, and that ultimately gets the team to go better. So Lucan's been awesome since he's come in. He's really helped me as well, and all the other locks, and we just want that competitiveness at training. So whoever gets selected goes out and does the job.
Hey guys, it's pretty much a year to the day that you guys are on the end of the hiding in Argentina. When you reflect back to that kind of moment, did you feel like it was almost a help?
I'm not sure if anyone else can't hear Christy, but I can't hear him.
You tell us something.
Sorry, mate, you're frozen.
An afternoon. Sorry, we've got you now.
Yeah, you're frozen there. Go again, mate.
I'm just wondering, a year on from that kind of heavy defeat, what were some of the lessons that you guys got out of that match against Argentina pretty much a year ago to the day?
Obviously we've been watching a lot of film from that game, and I think we're a very different team now to what we were a year ago. Looking back at some of those clips, we sort of talked about that's not us, and that's not how we play. But ultimately we started that game really well. I think we were 15-0 up, and then after 30 minutes we sort of lost it. And I think the big change for us is that we're turning more into an 80-minute team now. When you look back at some of those games, we were only in it for about 40 minutes or so, and sort of lost it there. But we've developed so much as a squad and as a team since then, so we're ready to go this weekend.
Yeah, do you think that the defeat was almost like came at the right time for a pretty young group? And it's always, there was some pretty scathing headlines off the back of that, but do you actually think it kind of helped this group?
It's hard to say it helped. No one really likes losing games by that much, and in that state, especially when we're up by 15. But yeah, I think it was definitely a turning point for the boys. We know we had to really dig deep and turn things around, so that wouldn't happen again.
Max, can I just extrapolate on that a little bit, mate, as far as the being an 80-minute team? Do you feel like you're becoming a team that can put successive games and successive performances together? Used to be kind of a Wallaby thing where there'd be one good one, one bad one sort of thing. You guys seem to have kind of broken that mould a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's the credit to this group and the coaching staff. You know, we've come a long way, and as I said, we're building that connection, which is a massive part of our game, and it helps us when we're on the field because it really makes you want to play for each other and go out there and just do everything for each other. But you know, it is as you said. Looking back a couple of years ago, it was usually one good game, one bad game. But yeah, I think you look at those two games in South Africa, and we in both those games we played very well, and there was still a lot of work-ons as a team, especially in that first half of the first game and sort of bits of that second game as well. So we still got a lot to work on, but you know, as you said, I think we're building as a team and a group, which is really good to see.
Just on that performance in Cape Town, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since then. Obviously, everything in Ellis Park was a historic win, etc. But you guys take plenty of positives from that Cape Town performance as well, albeit a loss. But you know, there was a potential win there, potential winning performance.
Yeah, definitely. We've looked back at that game a fair bit, and it was a bit disappointing to see some of the opportunities we missed and could have put a lot more points on South Africa there. So it's disappointing to look back at that, obviously, and see where we went wrong. But you know, we're building as a team, and we're not perfect, and we still got so much to work on. And I think it's all on the up though.
Hey, Jogger, you're 20 to turn 21. Can you believe what you've managed to accomplish since debuting and kind of bursting onto the 2023 you made your debut? Like, can you kind of fathom how much has occurred in these couple of years?
Yeah, sometimes got to pinch myself. You know, it's gone pretty quick, to be honest. It feels like I was at school yesterday, but no, it's been an unreal journey, and yeah, I've loved every minute of it, you know, and still building as a player and learning from all these boys here, which has been unreal.
And Jeremy, the last, like, pretty much this entire year against the Lions, against the Box, you guys were kind of outsiders, like certainly with the bookies anyway. Is there a mentality kind of shift when now the bookies have you as favourites against Argentina? And like, is there any mental switch that you guys have to make to ensure that you continue the momentum?
No, I don't think so. It's not something we speak about at all. Like, I wouldn't even know the odds for the game this weekend or the past games. You know, we just go into a game with a neutral mind and you know, focus on the job that we have to do. We don't really worry about any outside noise. The outside noise doesn't really affect what we do at training or how we play. So we just got to stay strict in our process and go out there and do the best job we can.
Time for one more. There's something that hasn't been asked. Sorry, Marco. Thanks, mate.
So, mate, Max, what do you make of Geordie Pataya's come back to rugby and I guess the depth that he might add to the fullback and wing and centre spots?
Yeah, it's unreal to see him come back to Union after his little stint in the NFL there. Haven't had the chance to speak to him yet, but yeah, it's unreal for the game and yeah, unreal for us. So yeah, we'll see what happens with him.
Sorry, Marco. Yeah, sorry, was it time for one more? Yep.
Kind of just following on from that. But what have you, Joggo, what have you made of Mark Nwangani-Kwasi's sort of rise in the NRL, you know, scoring 4 tries on the weekend and, yeah, his conversion there?
Yeah, he's been unreal. You know, I think he's scored 20 tries now, leading try scorer in the NRL. So to do that in your first season's, yeah, pretty impressive. And as you all know, he's a great athlete, and he was always going to go well. And he's an even better bloke. So it's really good to see him going well over there.
You'd like to see him come back to rugby?
Oh, of course. You know, I'd love to have him back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.